that I should have the ability to go and get the same tax benefits, not have imputed income on my, if I add my partner to my insurance policy, have imputed income because I'm not married to them. Because married people, they're not taxed the same way that you do if it's a domestic partner. But I think the government's being kind of stupid about it. I mean, think of all the extra money that they could, get from divorces and stuff. And you know what? I think I'm going to tell the gays, get over marriage. Seriously, call it something else. But I do think that people should have equal rights, and that's what I'm more concerned about. And that's my opinion. In terms of our economy, I do work in real estate, and everyone knows we're in a bad economy. You don't have to be in real estate to know that. And there's so many people who have lost their jobs, lost their life savings, college funds, everything. But I think that now is the time to be going and reinventing and reevaluating yourself. You might have been in a stable job before where you didn't want to leave, you didn't want to make any changes or take any risks because you had that stability in your life, and now this is the time that you're kind of forced to have to run on your own 2 feet. Maybe become your own boss, start your own company. A lot of people have been doing that, and it's not easy to say, oh, be positive when you have families to feed, just the sheer stress of everything. But it can be done. I almost quit my job and I almost gave up because I was making no money, but I did hang in there, and it is getting a little bit better. So I think that's all we need to do is stick together and reinvent and reevaluate. We don't have to have big homes, expensive cars. Be under your means, In terms of reality TV show that I don't really like them. Is that bad? I like talk shows more because you typically, they're not scripted. You see real people with real issues, and it's just interesting to relate to other humans in that sense. Of course, I like to actually be the person asking the questions and going and being on more of an emotional level with somebody in that sense, but it's television, But if I did have a show that I could pick, it'd probably be The Real Housewives. Oh, I love them. They're so crazy. They're like a total train wreck on television, all the time, crazy. But I could see myself being on a show like that. My friends tell me, oh, Casey, when we're around you, it's like a constant adventure. I really wish you guys could see that, but I could be a train wreck. I'm the first one to admit it. So yeah. In terms of technology, I love Facebook. I think it's the greatest invention ever. It's kind of addicting. You could go and you could talk to people, and I've met so many friends who I haven't seen in a while, and it's a great marketing tool for my business. I've gotten buyers off of it. It's fun. Twitter I haven't used. I think the people who have kind of an ego, I hate hearing people, ooh, I have this many people following me, and I'm like, you're not Jesus, get over it, seriously. But still, I think it's a great concept. It's a good way to market yourself, meet people. It's kind of informative too. Text messaging I don't like. I think it's great for convenience to just say, hey, hello, how are you doing? But it's terrible in terms of, I think people expect you to, it's the instant gratification thing. I think it kind of hurts relationships with people because people are like, oh, you didn't text message me back in 10 minutes, I personally don't like it. I think it's cool. It has its aspects that are great, and then it has a lot of pitfalls as well. So last time I was in trouble. The last time, there's two things that come into my mind. One time I didn't clean, my house, and my boyfriend got really, really angry at me. and I thought of, you know, every excuse to why I didn't do it, and I told him those excuses. And I wouldn't necessarily try to say that I didn't want to take the blame for it, because I didn't. But the good thing about me is that I actually recognized what I was doing, and I admitted to him, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I just really, I was being lazy. You know, I could have made the time, but I didn't. You know, there was one time too, like, I got pulled over by a cop, and I was in my boyfriend's car, and, you know, it's a little sports car, so, you know, I was having some fun with it. And, you know, when he pulled me over, pretended like, you know, it was the first time I drove it, and he kind of let me off with a ticket, without a ticket. And it was a very funny situation, but I did kind of feel bad for it. But like I said, the biggest thing is I don't like to admit when I'm wrong, but I end up at least admitting it, because some people don't. The 66-year-old woman who is having a baby by artificial insemination. Excuse my language, but I think she's a fucking bitch. Like, selfish bitch. What the hell? I could understand wanting to have a child and loving someone, having that need, because I'd love to adopt kids one day, or have my own kids somehow. But to be 66 years old, you're putting your child at risk. You know, there's so many complications that could happen during your pregnancy. And then just not to mention the fact that, okay, by the time they're 10 years old, you're going to be 77. Could you really take care of a child at that age? And what if you pass away prematurely? You know, you're robbing that kid of that childhood, that mother who it needs. So I think she's selfish. And that's all the questioning you guys had for me. You know, I'm really sorry. My actual goal for this video was to go out and kind of interview some people and ask them the same questions you were asking me, but to be completely honest, I had no one to help film it with me. So, oh well. Hope you liked my video, and it was really exciting. And if you have any questions, my phone number is 407-463-9315, and you can also reach me on Facebook. Facebook.com/million-dollar-listings, and I'm Casey Ellers, and I hope to meet somebody soon. Yeah, like you guys. Bye.